Shirley Morris.
Kyle Bryant.
Shelley Jones.
Charles Morrison Fogel.
Blaine Jones.
Knowledge is something we seek from an early age. How many times have you or someone that you know said something along the lines of, oh yeah, I was super smart as a kid. I could read by the time I was 4. And we all like to think that we have the most knowledge. Reading for entertainment is something that will actually help us reach that goal. Reading can increase your intelligence, your health, and it can give you a broader sense of cultural diversity, which is why everyone should read at least one book a month for entertainment. I'm an English major and my mom is an English teacher, so I have a lot of literature in my background and I love to read, so I know a lot about the subject of reading. First, today I'm going to be telling you about how reading can increase your intelligence, increase your health, and broaden your cultural diversity. So we'll start with intelligence. According to Who Wants to Be a Reading Millionaire by Timothy D. Rosinsky and Nancy Paddock, the more reading a person does, the better he or she becomes. So the more you read, the more you learn. And according to their study, students that read independently had better word recognition, vocabulary, fluency, language syntax, comprehension, and motivation to read. And it also can improve your writing skills. And the more reading that someone does, the more reading achievement you'll have. So imagine how well someone would do if they began reading from a young age and continued reading throughout their life. Their study was to encourage students to read 1 million minutes in a school year, which sounds like a lot, but if you break down the math, it's actually not that much. 1 million minutes is 16,667 hours, which still sounds like a lot, but if you break that down, it actually ends up being about 45 minutes a day throughout the entire school year. And if students continued reading throughout their summer breaks, it would result in 21,600 hours in a year, which people devote a lot more time to that, to watching television. Secondly, reading can increase your health. A study done by a group of people that was written about by Stephen Krashen in the article, The Role of the Library in Delaying or Preventing Dementia, stated that people that read more at an older age actually are less likely to develop dementia. They used the mini mental state examination, which is a test that tests your arithmetic, memory, and spatial relations abilities. They tested 84-year-olds and they found, or people about the age of 84, and found that the normal mental functions ranged from test scores from about 27 to 30 points. And they found that people that read books frequently scored about a 27.3 on these tests, and people that read nothing but newspapers occasionally scored just a little bit below average at about 26 points, and people that read nothing at all scored a 21 on this test, which actually is within the impairment range on your mental capacities. According to this article, he says, when we help students become enthusiastic about reading, we're not only increasing their literacy and knowledge of the world, we are also having a positive effect on their future mental health. Which brings me to my next point, is that reading leads to cultural diversity. We tend to live in somewhat of a bubble in our society, which consists of our lives, our family, our friends, our jobs, and just the areas that we shop and just our general vicinity. But when we read, it broadens our perspectives on things. We get to see people's different points of view and hear about other cultures that we might only hear about through hearsay, which doesn't always give us an accurate depiction of other cultures. In the article, It's More Than Just a Good Read by Bob Hoover, he says, any great novel benefits us by allowing us to look at the world in different ways and through different eyes. We become more alive to endless possibilities and countless dimension in not only surroundings but ourselves. So we learn more about not only other cultures but other people that live even in our countries, and we can improve ourselves from this. So reading can increase our intelligence, increase our health, and give us a broader sense of cultural diversity. This is why that I think everyone should read at least one book a month. Imagine how great our society would be if instead of devoting all of our time to watching TV and getting on Facebook, we spent more time reading. Thank you.
That was very good.
Hello.
I like that one.